In this episode, we revisit Philippine aviation's heritage and dream bigger dreams for its future. Amidst the backdrop of a province with an equally rich history and bright hopes for its people. Join us as we visit the surfing capital of the North, La Union, to soak up the sun, the sea, and its rich culture. As we journey with 13 young ladies vying for the title of Miss Aviation Philippines.
At Manila International Airport, 7 nations take part in Philippine Aviation Week. The B-57 attracts enthusiastic attention from young Filipino pilots of the future. Philippine Air Cadets are on hand as President of the Philippines, Carlos P. Garcia and party, arrive to open the air show. F-86s of the Philippine Air Force and the Philippine Aerobatics team, called the Blue Diamonds, go through their paces. Then, U.S. B-57s. Besides the U.S. and the Philippines, Britain, Australia, the Republic of Korea, Free China, and New Zealand join in this demonstration of common purpose among the air forces of the free nations around the world.
The Philippines has had a long and proud aviation history. And in the 1950s and 60s, activities like the Philippine Aviation Week helped bind the industry together and keep it abreast with the rest of the world. It was the only time when aspiring aviators get a chance to chat with seasoned pilots, both military and civilian, and shake hands with the successful businessmen, airplane owners. With the event's dissolution, it was for these very reasons that we continue to hold the Philippine International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta, bringing aviators and enthusiasts together in an international air show activity, showing the best our country has to offer. We continue to think of ways to bring distinct aviation interests together. General aviation, the commercial airlines, and the military, to work for common goals and practical regulations. We wish to spark interest in the field, to move young and dynamic people to be a part of this industry. Over the years, so many women have started to join the aviation community, and their contribution to the industry has been invaluable. The title of Miss Aviation, once worn by luminaries, now takes on a new meaning. As women from different aviation sectors, future leaders of the industry, come together to dream, to learn, to inspire. The search for Philippine aviation's newest ambassador gathered young women from different aviation and tourism sectors. After careful deliberation, we had 13 candidates vying for the title. From avionics technicians to flight cabin crew, to flight dispatchers, aeronautical engineers, and aviation students, these ladies will surely be future leaders in the industry.
We unveil 13 young, beautiful, and talented candidates. Let's give them a round of applause.
More than the prestige of the title, Miss Aviation Philippines carries profound advocacies to empower and give a voice to women in the aviation industry.
I want to promote
to inspire the youth to pursue a career in aviation.
Share to everyone what women can do in this industry.
And become an ambassador of goodwill in bringing the industry together towards safer, more efficient, and service-oriented practices. Thus, she must not only be the embodiment of grace and beauty, but knowledge and skill as well. When we come back, the candidates ride the waves as they embark on a journey to the crown. The search for Miss Aviation continues. And of course, we have to have a fun flying activity. It was a beautiful day for flying. And I'm not only referring to our passengers. With the candidates, pageant organizers, judges, and other pilots, we set off on a beach getaway north of Manila.
Well, the traffic in Manila is pretty bad. We're all in line, just waiting for departure. Several other airplanes waiting.
In less than an hour, La Union's world-famous swells greeted our descent. We approached San Fernando Airport, located at Poro Point. Other aircraft from different parts of Luzon also flew in to join us. Jets, a biplane, ultralights, and other aircraft filled the former U.S. Air Force facility, Wallace Air Station. It is now a community airport being developed for more regional flights. Before long, we had a total of 11 aircraft parked in the runway of San Fernando Airport. The people of La Union gave us the warmest welcomes. Ives Nisce, chairman of Poro Point Management Corporation, tells me more about their plans for the area.
You have such a wonderful airport, long runway, nice surface. You even have a good terminal. And we really are enjoying flying over here. But what is the long-term plan of the Poro Point ecozone?
Well, the airport is just one part of our ecozone. As you know, the ecozone also has a seaport, which has been privatized. And we have the tourism area where the biggest locator is Thunderbird. It's a very nice resort where you will hold your bathing suit competition. We have a lot of flying schools flying in and out.
6,000 landings?
Yes,
How was it?
6,000 landings and takeoffs for the first 10 months of this year.
That's a lot, huh?
Yes. We are hoping that next year we will be able to bring in regular commercial flights.
I also got a chance to chat with Padge Rodriguez, one of the aircraft owners who joined the fly-in.
Padge, well, this NG is really a far cry from the 45. It's a fantastic airplane, as always.
Thank you. We're very happy that you flew the aircraft with us. And everyone, the passengers are very, very thrilled. The smooth landing, the smooth flight.
I thought they were scared.
They were very, very pleased with it.
How many do we have?
We have 2 now. We have a few more coming in.
Great.
And as you see, this one's blue, that one's red. We're going to collect the colors of the rainbow.
Well, do I get to fly the next one?
Of course. From Switzerland all the way here.
Okay, I think that's a good idea.
Poro Point's location has made it ideal in setting up navigational aid since Spanish times. Its old lighthouse, which stands until today, was prefabricated in France and completed in 1885. Pageant judges Dovey and Rachel join me to catch a view from the top of the iconic lighthouse. Poro Point's proximity to other Southeast Asian countries makes it an ideal springboard for trade and industry. The candidates began their exploration of La Union, starting in its capital, San Fernando. La Union, literally the Union in Spanish, was formed in 1850 as the Spanish colonial government united several towns in Ilocos Sur, Pangasinan, and the Cordilleras. Since the 14th century, it has been an active trading center for Filipinos, Japanese, and Chinese merchants. It is not only blessed with coastal areas, but also with hilly terrain that supports abundant plant life. We visit the La Union Botanical Garden, a center for plant laboratory research in northern Luzon. The local government has also transformed it into a place of relaxation where park goers can enjoy the fresh air and flowers that bloom in the garden. The garden has several zones, giving it an accurate depiction of different plant worlds, including tropical, subtropical, and desert climates.
It's such a nice place to walk around in.
We walked with the ladies in the sunken garden, featuring lush green plants that grow in the natural terrain of La Union.
And these vines are the one that Tarzan rides in and swings from one vine.
That's so many J's.
I was starting to get used to doing a side pose and waving to the camera. From San Fernando, we drove up to nearby town of San Juan, known for being the surfing capital of the northern Philippines. Right in front of the rolling waves is Kahuna Beach Resort, at the heart of the famous San Juan Beach. With its consistent surf swells and sandy bottom, the beach was a good place to learn surfing. Luckily, we were in the company of Kazuo Akinaga, or Aki as the locals call him. Aki is Japanese, but calls La Union his home for the last few decades. He was one of the pioneers here in these beaches back in the 1980s. At 68 and still surfing, he has a wealth of information to share to the girls on how to catch and ride a wave. Let's see if Aki can call them his proud students. Not bad at all. It looks like some of these girls will be regular surfers here in the future.
So what do you think, girls? Did you have fun?
So much.
Why so much?
When you see the wave, it's very, how can I make it to that wave?
Oh, she's good too, huh? She's very good. Oh, but you worked very good. Congratulations. I saw you.
Thank you, Captain.
It was a perfect spot to bond with the other candidates, and we were lucky to catch the sun setting over La Union. When we come back, I explore La Union's cultural heritage as the candidates put on their summer's best. We are still in sunny La Union, And as the ladies prepared for their swimsuit competition, I took the time to visit some old friends and see more of the province. La Union is filled with historical treasures. Back in San Fernando, I visited an old classmate, Rey Nisce, whose house was right in front of some historical ruins.
Oh, Joyce, welcome back. It's nice to be back.
Let's go.
These are the Pindangan ruins.
So Ray, what are these ruins here?
This is the town of San Fernando before.
Right here.
Yeah, right here.
Ray tells me that these are the remnants of the old town center and church that two sitios built to escape pirates from the sea and the headhunters from the mountains. The two settlements eventually became San Fernando. Pindangan means a place to dry meat or fish, which was what most of the villagers did at that time.
So Ray, what is this well that I see here?
It's part of the town. They bring their horses here and it crosses up to the house and to a mountain.
But this was existing. This was part of the ruins.
Yeah, this is part of the ruins before.
Today, a Carmelite monastery and church can be found at the site, guardians of a valuable piece of history. The city of San Fernando is La Union's financial, industrial, and political center. I was lucky to be shown around by Mrs. Mary Jane Ortega, the former city mayor whose love for La Union was translated to many preservation and developmental projects. She takes me to the town of Luna, hometown of the Luna brothers, Revolutionary General Antonio Luna, and the famous painter Juan Luna. Before the town was renamed Luna, it was called Namakpakan, which means to feed, which the hospitable townspeople would do when travelers passed this way along the route of Manila and Vigan. Here, we find a church dedicated to the image of Mother Mary of the same name. The wooden image of Our Lady of Namakpakan is venerated here, and Mary Jane tells me more about its interesting voyage from Mexico.
This is the Lady of Namakpakan, and she came in 1871. She was really ordered by the seminary in Vigan, so she's the Immaculate Conception. But on the way to Vigan, the ship had to dock here because of a typhoon. So they sought shelter here, and right after that, she refused to leave the place. No matter how many people would carry her, she refused to budge. So they took it that she wanted to stay here.
The image, about 6 feet 4 inches in height, is the tallest known Marian image in the Philippines.
I usually encourage people to kneel in front of her, because if you kneel in front of her and you look up, you will see her eyes looking down on you. And so it's as if she's talking to you.
She is also venerated as the patroness of travelers, and I felt it very important to seek her favor. From the church, Mary Jane took me to the coast to see Luna's Leaning Watchtower.
This is what we call the Tor de Balte, or a watchtower. So when they hear that there are pirates coming, then they give a sign to the people here where they have all these cannons so that they would be ready to fire on the pirates.
Several watchtowers can be found along the coast of La Union and the Ilocos region to warn coastal communities of enemy ships at a time when pirates would snatch people to trade as slaves.
You have the ammunition seat. If you notice, there are holes where the cannons are.
The watchtower, built over 400 years ago, were carefully made of adobe blocks and coral stones joined by egg whites and lime, just like the old Spanish churches.
Here in La Union, we still have about 5 of these watchtowers. It tells you about the times that we had in the past, that we had to defend ourselves from pirates. We had to defend ourselves here.
You're the westernmost side of the country.
We are at the western Philippine Sea.
On the same beach, we found many people combing for pebbles.
They're not just beach goers.
No, they're the pebble pickers.
The shores of Luna yield a seemingly never-ending supply of colored stones. Mary Jane tells me that it is a big industry here.
So is she choosing a certain
Yes,
color?
a certain color and certain size. You know, Joy, you have to look for a pebble that can suit your hand. And this is what the Chinese say could be your anti-stress.
Okay.
Oh, that's a different one, a very unusual.
Well, it's a good idea.
Yes.
But if you get too angry, you might throw the sword.
Changing geological conditions over thousands of years influence the stone's color, shape, and size. Washed ashore, it makes one wonder about the journey each pebble has taken to be here. There is a steady demand for the pebbles used for ornamental and gardening purposes. And these kids make sure they got the best ones. Mary Jane's passion in digging deep into the province's history and keeping it alive is so inspiring, especially for someone who is not a native of La Union. But seeing these places for myself made me understand how the province won her over. Back in San Fernando, the girls were gearing up for one of the most important events in their journey to the crown, the Swimsuit Competition. The pageant is supported by different agencies like the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Civil Aeronautics Board, and Bases Conversion and Development Authority, who also aim to bring the industry together towards common goals. The ladies sported the latest summer collection from local designer Dave Ocampo. With a beautiful backdrop of La Union's breathtaking beach, candidates showed their confidence and winning smiles. It was indeed a very difficult time to be a judge in a competition like this.
And the winner for Miss Atty, no other than candidate number 2, Cleo Brown. Congratulations. The winner of Miss Body Beautiful is no other than candidate number 6, Lee. Congratulations.
Hotel Ambassador Mika Angeles won Miss Body Beautiful, and Cleo Brown, Aviation Electronic Technology student, won the title Miss Sassy. The candidates still have a few months to go before the grand coronation night, as they prepare themselves for the responsibilities that come with the title. We were very lucky to be welcomed by the province of La Union, a place gifted with historical, cultural, and natural treasures. But at the heart of it all are its people, its most valuable wealth, whose generosity is as constant as its weight. The candidates and I learned a lot from our stay here. So who will be crowned Miss Aviation Philippines? Find out in the next episode as we continue our set of aviation activities to the weekend of everything that flies.
This has been your captain, Joy Roa. See you in the next Air Safari!